Okay, hi guys, so welcome to Lidla's math tutorial. So on today's tutorial, we're going to be simplifying radicals. So it sounds really confuzzling, but it's not. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to make a tree. You're going to figure out what you can times to get to 50. So what I was thinking is, let's do 50 times 3. 50 times 3 is 150, whatever, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to simplify it so much where we can get a prime number. And it's like a prime number, you can't multiply by anything to get to that number. Like 3, you can't do 1 times 2. Like, you know what I mean? 3 is just like, yeah, you can't multiply to get to that number. 50, you can multiply to get to that number. And so we can do, I'm taking the harder route, guys. Don't ask. 25 and 2. 2 is a prime number because you can't multiply anything to get to that number. So we're done with our 2. Now we have our 25. We can do 5 times 5. 5 by 5. And guess what? We can't multiply anything to get to 5. 5 times 5 is 25, is that not? Yeah. Okay, right? And you can't, like I said, we're doing the tree until we get prime numbers. Another example, okay. 3 prime number because you can't multiply anything to get to that number. 50, you can multiply by something to get to that number. 25, you can multiply something to get to that number. So 50 and 25 are not prime numbers, but 5 is. And so it's 2, because you can't do like 2 times 3 to get to 5. Like, it just doesn't work like that. You can't divide it anymore, basically. So boom. With that, you're going to rewrite it out like this. 5, and you have to type it like this. You put all your prime numbers, the ones that are highlighted, and you put them in this area right here, and you put multiply in between each of them. So our 2 5s and our 2, oh my god, 2, and then our 3, right? So we have 2 5s. Now when we have 2 5s, or when we have a pair, this right here, we're going to use a different color. We're going to do blue. This is a pair. We're going to kick them out, basically. And when you have a pair, you're going to put 1 on this side, right? So let's rewrite it out. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm going to show you. We're going to do this. We're going to do 5. And then we're going to do, basically, that 5 cancels out, is what I've learned. It's like you're going to put 1 5 on this left side, and the other one is going to be canceled out. And then you're going to have a 2 times 3. And then you're going to, like, our last step is you're going to multiply this. And that'll be 6. So then our simplified radical of that will be 5 over 6. Okay, next one. So boom, we got 162. What can we multiply to get to 162? I know we can do 31 and... wait, I have to actually think. I know half of 62 is 31, and the half of 100 is 50, so we can just do like, yeah, 81 times 2. That's literally it. 81 times 2. And then we have, hey, where did my pink highlighter go? That is flipped up, guys. That's really flipped up. And then we have prime number. And then I have a factor sheet. You can ask your teacher to bring you out one. Or ask Miss Barrett, or I'll ask Miss Barrett for you. It says that 81, you can do 9 times 9. We're going to find, like, on my factor sheet, it says 81, you can do 1 times 81, or you can do 3 times 27, or you can do 9 times 9, etc., etc. It said to pick the very last one, like, on the list, like the biggest one, basically, which is this one. Let me just erase that. So we're going to do 9 times, Oh my god, guys, can this erase quicker? So we're going to write 9 times 9. But guess what? We can still divide 9. So it's not a prime number. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 and 3. Oh, like 3 times 3, you know what I'm saying? Like basically this whole time it's just like 3 times 3. That's like a different way of thinking about it. 8 times 2. Like, you know. Okay, so then, boom. We have our factor numbers because you can't divide it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to rewrite it out. Oh my god, not in flipping pink. We're going to rewrite it out. We're going to write our 2 times our 3. And then we have another 3. So we're going to cross that out, cross that out, cross that out. Now what's left is our 2 3s. So times 3 and then times 3. And boom. So now here we have a pair and we have another pair. Oh, what do these pairs do? Okay, so one is going to go out and another one is going to go out, and then essentially they're going to cancel out. So how you're going to write that out? They're both going to go out. No matter how many pairs you have, you're still going to take one of the pair and put it to the left side, which is this side right here. Okay, guys, are we getting the hang of this? So since we have 2 3s that we need to move to the side, we're going to write 3 times 3. Okay? And then we have a 2. And then we need to do this. No. 3 times 3 is 9. And then the simplified radical is going to be 9 over 2. Bazinga. Bazinga, 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 bazinga. Next one, guys. We have 160. Immediately looking at this, I take away the 0. I'm just like, what can I times to get 16, which is 8 times 2. But we just add back on that 0. So it'd be 80 times 2. We have a factor number, prime number. And then we can do like 40 and 2. Guys, I'm just making this like so complicated. We can do 4 times 10, perchance. For this one, we can do 2 times 2. We're on the 4 right now, by the way. Boom. We have a factor number up here, remember, because, what is it? 40 times 2, and we can't divide 2 into anything else anymore. And then we're dealing with our 40 now. And I know if you divide, or if you times 4 times 10, you get 40. So I'm just like splitting it apart. But none of these are factor numbers, so I'm going with the 4 right now. But you can't. I feel like I'm making this really confusing for you. Basically, we just divide it until we have a factor number, right? So our 10, we can do 5 and 2. You know what I'm saying? Right? And these are both factor numbers, right? Anyways, so let's write it all out. We have our 2. This 2 is going bye-bye. We have our other 2. This 2 is going bye-bye. We have this 2. This 2 is going bye-bye. We have this 2. How many 2s is that? This 2 is going bye-bye. We have this 2 going bye-bye. And then we have our 5. Now look at how many pairs there are. We have one pair. And then guys, right here, we have just like 2 lonely ones without a pair, right? Okay. So remember, we're going to take one of the twins, kick them out. Another one of the twins, kick them out. These basically cancel out, from what I learned. The other twin just dies. Okay? They're conjoined twins. And they could only save one. They have to save one, or else they're both going to die. So they saved one. But the other twin died. Great analogy. So since we moved those 2 twins out onto the side, all we have left, since the other twin died, like the twins pair or whatever died, we have 2 times 5. Now let's do some math. This is 10, and then 2 times 4 is this. So then out of all that would be 4 over 10. Okay, let's see. Let's break down 8. we know 4 times 2. Boom, we have a factor number. We have 4. What can we times to get 4? We can do 2 times 2 to get 4. And guess what? 2 is also a factor number. Oh. Okay, now boom, let's write it out. We have 2 times 2 times 2. We use all of our 3 2's, right? Oh, we have twins. Guess what? They have to save one twin. Guess what? They saved our one twin, and now the other twin died. So then we have the saved twin on the outside, and we have our little thing right there. The answer is literally 2 over 2. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna really try and explain in depth with this one, okay? So our first step is to basically divide until we get factor number. Is it factor? Oh, it's prime. So this is our step 1. When I say divide, it's just like basically breaking down the tree over and over and over and over and over and over again until you get the, like, you know, the prime number. Okay, what can we do 36 by? I'm gonna look at my factor sheet and I'm gonna find the one at the very bottom of the list. We can do 6 times 6. That'll work. So we can do 6 times 6. None of these are factor numbers yet because we can still divide them more. We can do 3 times 3 and then 3 times 3. And guess what? Those are our factor numbers because we can't divide them anymore. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? What is that? Guys, what was that? And then let's write it out now. Our step 2 is to rewrite. And then we're going to find our twins. And then step 4 is save twin. And the other twin die. So we have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, because these are all of our factor numbers and we use all of our factor numbers, right? What's this? What's this? This is not good, guys. This is not good. We have a twin right here. We have a twin right here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Guess what? What do we do? Sorry guys, I was like touching my face. I don't know why. I just really wanted to rip that off. Okay, anyways. So this twin goes out here. We're saving our twins right now, guys. And after our twins are right here. The last 2 survivors, right? We have our twins, our other conjoined twin, right? The conjoined twins are separated, right? But they didn't make it because the doctors could only save one. And then these ones, like, commit incest. They're now 9. They, like, got freaky and multiplied. Oh, that's the answer. 9. Okay, let's do this one. We're going to use our factor tree until we can get no more divisible numbers. Okay, so I immediately know 4 and 10. Right, let's start with our 4s because it's just easier. We know that 2 times 2 is equal to 4, and we can't divide those numbers anymore. What the flip is that? So we have factor numbers right there because we can't divide them anymore. Then we have a 5. Oh wait, I mean, what the we have a 10, right? And We can do 2 and 5, because I know those multiply to 10. And then boom, that's a factor number. And guess what? That's also a factor number because we can't multiply to get 5, right? So we have all of our factor numbers, right? Let's rewrite it out. We have our 2, die. We have our extra 2, and then we have our extra 2, and then we have our 5, right? What's this? Twins. Conjoined twins. And then remember, the doctor said that only one conjoined twin can be saved, and they have to pick a conjoined twin, right? So, oh, they saved this twin, putting them outside in the real world. But oh no, this twin died without the other twin. They could only save one, remember? Dead. It's dead. It's dead. It's dead. But anyways, for the other twin went outside into the real world. And then now all we have left over is our 2 and our 5 right here. Let's do some math. This is 10. So then our answer will be 2 over 10. Next one. So I immediately know that to get 24, we can do 6 and 4. Let's go. So 6 and 4. None of these are factor numbers because we can still divide it down. Do you know what I mean? We can still multiply to get to that number. So let's start off with our 4 first. I'm going to do 2 times 2. And that equals 4. And those are both factor numbers. So bazinga, 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 bazinga. And then we got our 6. We can do 3 times 2. And those are also factor numbers because you can't multiply to get to them. So then we're going to rewrite it out. We have 3, our 3 right here, our 2 right here. We have our 2 right here, and we have our 2 right here, right? You guys know the deal. We have twins, conjoined twins again. And the doctors were like, you can only save one twin. I choose this twin. This twin gets to go outside into the real world. But remember, the other conjoined twin doesn't make it. The conjoined twin dies. Anyways, though, the twin is living happily again. We have 3 and a 2 left over. Because, this goes away from the equation now, too. I don't know if that's, clear. It moved to the outside. And the other twin died. But, yeah. So, we used up these ones. I feel like I just complicated it again for you. Okay. When we have a pair, one gets to go outside into the real world, which we chose this one. So this one lives, and then this one dies. Yeah. But then left over, we have our 3 and our 2. So then we do some math right here. We have 2 over 6. That is our answer. Don't ask. Okay, we have 48. I feel like to get 48, we can do 24 times 2. Can we not? Yeah. Okay, we have one factor number. And then we can do 6 times 4. And then let's do the 4 first. I know we can simplify that into 2 and 2. Our factor number. Because 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Yep. And then we have our 6. We can do 3 times 2. And then boom, those are also factor numbers. So now we write it all out. We have a 2 right here, die. We have a 2 right here, we use this 2, and this 2, and then this 2. Yeah, we use some our 4 2s, and then times 3, right? And then, oh my gosh, guys, we have quadruplets. Do you see this? Are we seeing this correctly right now? let's say between only, do you guys hear my cat? Okay. This twin can go outside and live happily. This twin can go outside and live happily. And after, like, this is just like for a better visual representation. So we have a 2 and 2. And then unfortunately, this twin right here couldn't live without its other twin, and it died. And it died. So all we have left alive now is our 3. 3. We do our multiplication. 2 times 2 is 4. We have 4 over 3. Okay, boom. Let me go get my cat, guys. Let me go get my cat. Get your fat butt inside ASAP. Okay, guys, we're back. Hey, don't do that. Cancel. Do you have to be this fucking fat? So let's try and see if there's any other questions. Oh my god. Okay. Let me just go into in oh my god. No. Okay. So basically, when you're simplifying, we're like, you know how you multiply to get to a number? You write down the numbers that you multiply to get to that number by, right? And you know how I did 50 times 3 to get to 150? Yeah. You can't multiply to get to 3. So then that's the prime number. And we don't have to do anything else to that number. But you can still multiply to get to 50. So I did 25 and 2. You know what I mean? And 2, you can't multiply anything to get to that number. I just think they're like multiplication. 25, you can still multiply to get to that number. So I did 5 and 5. 5 times 5, whatever. And those are both prime numbers. So we did everything so that we have prime numbers now. You know what I mean? That is Layla's math tutorial question. Feel free to tell me if there's anything else confuzzling you.